Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I'm going to start from deviating what I said. You've just heard 50 minutes of presentation from staff advocating the master plan. I wrote you a letter and asked you if we could have a few more than 2 minutes for the two homeowners associations that are directly involved. After listening to the presentation for 50 minutes, I don't think it's too much to ask that the spokesman for the homeowners association have 6 or 8 minutes to present to you an intelligent presentation.
Who would be the other one? Are you representing?
Beverly Angeles Association.
Okay, you may have 4 minutes. Is that okay?
Thank you. What, pardon me?
4 minutes, okay?
That's not what I planned
That's
for.
twice as much as anybody else. Is that okay?
It'll take me 6 or 7 minutes. I think after 50 minutes you can afford to listen, and I really have tried to do it economically in terms of time.
Take 5 minutes, please.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Start it now.
Members of the council, tonight is not about NIMBYs. This is not about the Southwest versus the rest of the city. And this is not about whether or not to refurbish Roxbury Park, or whether or not to have a soccer field or a baseball diamond. But this is about processing a rational plan to upgrade a neighborhood park in a residential area. This is about not spending $40 million unnecessary dollars. And this is about maintenance, or the lack thereof. It is essential that you have some background about how this process began. The Rex and Park Commission was given no outline, no direction, no policy, no budget. Just redo the park and spend an unlimited amount of money. As a result, because of timing, when the industrial area community center idea was put aside, the commission came up with a plan that included many features that were supposed to go there and that made everybody's wish list come true. It included a 3-story massive community building along Olympic Boulevard, virtually blocking the park off from the rest of the community. It included an indoor pool when, not too many years ago, the city closed the pool at La Cienega because it was too unsafe and too expensive. The plan included a basketball court with a capacity at that time of 500 people, an indoor locker room, a so-called commons area for a 300 or 400 person wedding or other event, a new soccer field that was far smaller than regulation soccer fields, and on and on. And at a projected cost of $40 million, which, you know, when it's all done, is likely to be twice that. With all due respect, any consultant who would conceive of this at Roxbury Park obviously has no understanding of our community. So where are we today? I'm going to list the elements of Plan B3 that's before you tonight as generated by that same consultant. Do we need a new or completely refurbished center? Of course we do. Do we need an indoor basketball court? Probably yes. With seating for 200 people? Absolutely not. Do we need a new irrigation system? We are told yes we do. Do we need an up-to-date children's playground? Of course we do. Based on a cost estimate of $13.4 million for the new or refurbished community center, including the indoor basketball court, these items that I've just listed ought to cost around $15 million. So tell me, where does the other $25 or $30 million go? It goes to knocking down the perfectly good existing baseball diamond and building a new one, just faced in a different direction. It goes to tearing up the soccer field, the putting green, and the sunbathing and exercise area to put in another soccer field, plus an unusably small soccer field. It goes to knocking down 4 perfectly good tennis courts and building 4 new tennis courts, to knocking down the existing basketball court and building a new basketball court, but in a different location, to knocking down the volleyball court and building the same volleyball court in a different location, to tearing up the existing lawn bowling green and putting in a new lawn bowling green in a different location. And finally, the folly to end all follies, a 169-car, partly subterranean garage, which is unneeded, which would require full-time, expensive security, and which would be located on a residential street. And who is this parking for? An additional 300 to 400 people who could crowd into Roxbury at any one time? Or is it for the employees and patients at the Century City Medical Center, who we know will do almost anything for free parking? There is no believable parking demand study that shows that a 169 parking garage is needed. Can you think of another park that has subterranean parking? No, I can't. And there's good reason why it doesn't exist. We don't need 150 additional cars attracting 300 to 400 additional people to the park or people who just want free parking. That's the plan you have in front of you. So what does the Southwest Beverly Hills Homeowners Association recommend to you? First and foremost, make a list of what's really needed at Roxbury Park. A new or refurbished community center with an indoor basketball court. There are a number of seniors here that want new or refurbished community center. We do too. But not all of the other baggage and waste that this Plan B3 would bring. It should include a new irrigation system, a new children's playground area, and anything else that makes sense and preserves the qualities, play, and rest area of this neighborhood park in a residential area. That's what should go into any new plan. Nothing more. Nothing wasteful. Except for one major thing. A commitment on each of your parts to maintain the park once it's built. The existing center is falling apart not because it's old, but because it hasn't been maintained. After all, most of our homes and your homes and many other structures in Beverly Hills are easily twice that old. We don't need to divert millions of dollars from infrastructure improvements in our city or to borrow tens of millions of dollars to just rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic. Instead, dedicate funds to a maintenance reserve that will preserve Roxbury Park for generations to come. With your leadership, this could be a win-win-win. A win for the city in prudent financial planning, a win for users of the park, and a win for its neighbors. But not with plans for basketball courts seating 200 to 500 people, or for unnecessary and dangerous subterranean garages, for plans that would clog Roxbury Drive with people trying to get in and out of the underground garage and the like. Don't try to make Roxbury into something it was never meant to be. Take that $25 to $30 million and use it to acquire land in the city where you can put another baseball diamond and another full-size soccer field and other functions that the community needs but that don't fit into this park. And do have the vision to provide for maintenance of this park for the future.
Thank
We are counting on you. Please don't let us down.
you very much.